We're at Virginia Tech, and that means it's time for Enter Sandman. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one. It's the Washington Huskies and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with Virginia Tech's head coach pregame. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The run inside. It's Overton. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Hawkins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Huskies! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
I mean, you talk about coming out as a defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Motion from the wideout. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle, it's Heath. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football. And this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Green. He's into plus territory. Knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Working that left side now. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Really, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
They'll move the tight end. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Knocked off his feet.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And he will score! Touchdown, Hokies!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Williams. Now improvising. Snagged in the middle. It's Moss. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Washington. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back. 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Williams will pass. Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Running inside, it's Washington. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll go right back to the run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Under fire. Makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking downfield on first down. He fires one deep down the right side.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The sure hands, it's Overton. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Overton. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he can carve up this defense.
The give to Davis. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And I tell you what, those backup running backs, they don't get very many opportunities to prove themselves and deserve more carries and show the coaching staff. And when you do, and you fumble on the first carry, you're not going to get many more opportunities either.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks away on the left. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And he tacked on the extra point.
Number 93, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Overton. Makes the grab and room to run. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Hokies right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Facing a 3rd and long. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. They just keep firing. Throws toward the end zone. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the tight end. There he goes. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, he'll throw it. It's caught. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Williams escapes the pressure going right. Wide open, makes the catch. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
Williams looking for a man. Here comes the heat. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Washington.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he tacks on the extra point. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? takes the handoff. It's Overton. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Timeout call by Virginia Tech. That's their third and final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. One more snap coming before halftime. Power football with the run. At midfield, he's got room. It's a seam wide open. The 20. Touchdown, Hokies. Rolled his way into the end zone.
And what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Yellow Jackets with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll start on the ground with Washington. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's Williams to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Washington sends out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. get another look at this Hokie offense. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Reynolds. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Fires left. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Running inside. It's Overton. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Finds his man. It's Hawkins. Discards him with the stiff arm. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
On the run, it's Overton. Finding some room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
The Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! He got it! Beat down in bounds!
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start on the ground with Washington. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Just feeds the running back. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Now on first down from the 28. Here's a give to Washington. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Pulls it in. It's Washington. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is, once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble drill, and receiver's going to break and cut and do something different. So it's so annoying. It's frustrating to have a guy like this that can get outside the pocket and do so much damage.
We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Here's Williams. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job.
Makes the catch, and he's free. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Past the 20. 10. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Wide receiver going in motion. The snap sets up the throw. Back's got it. Touchdown, Hokies! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Druckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor, or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stretch you with his feet, stretch you with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Timeout called by Virginia Tech. That's their third and final one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Williams. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Washington wants to go quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Throwing, Williams. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams, pressure coming, and it's a sack.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Trying to cut through the noise. Now he's looking into the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Williams. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And that falls incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on 4th down, the offense has a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Running through contact.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They'll run it. It's Overton. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Oh, they're after him. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Williams fires one high and deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Williams will pass. This time he's got it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throwing, Williams, looking left. Fires it incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up 4th down. Do you bring pressure, What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get off the field and win?
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Williams to throw for it on fourth. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
This guy is such a competitor, man. He knows his team is down, and they're on the road. They're dealing with the crowd noise. They're dealing with this pass rush. It's late in the game. He's got to make something happen, and he does.
Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions, because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, and he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Williams fires to the middle. It's caught. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Pocket breaking down. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. This offense has it with really good field position. On the move, it's Overton. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense tries ground to try to pick up the first. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Timeout call with 8 seconds left, and they can't stop it again. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Here's Williams to throw. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.